I mean, I've been doing gig economy delivery apps since 2014. I had delivery business long before that for 13 years. And I think it's always been a struggle to figure out what customers are willing to pay to have something delivered. And it doesn't matter what platform, and it doesn't matter what's being transported. I mean, everything needs transport, medical labs, pet labs. What if your lost luggage, needs to be transported from the airport? Your packages, either with FedEx or DHL or UPS or whatever the platform is. And now gig economy delivery apps. This has been the big bone of contention for a long time. What are customers willing to pay before they decide, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to get it myself? What is that number? Because there are certain countries around the world that are starting to go to these, um, I guess you'd call it like a mid range level of employee status where they're not quite employees yet, but they're getting there. I believe in the UK, I think it's either later this year or early next year, they're going to like some sort of mid range. And around the world, they're kind of doing the same thing. They're not making them full employees, but they are kind of moving them into the next level platform. But where is the breaking point for people to pick up your own stuff, to not have stuff delivered? I mean, that doesn't seem to stop people from ordering Amazon all the time. I mean, every place I go, it seems like there's an Amazon package sitting there on the porch, or not even just Amazon, whether, UPS, FedEx, but most of the time it's Amazon. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing all sorts of, Amazon packages and FedEx packages. Everything gets delivered anymore. There isn't anything that doesn't get delivered. But when it comes to gig economy, stuff like DoorDash or Grubhub or Uber Eats or any of that, what's the drawing point? What is the point where you say, okay, I've had enough. I'm not going to pay this anymore. What are what are we willing to pay? You know, what is fair to employee pay, a driver to deliver your stuff? I mean, I made my own metrics for how much I'm, wanting to make per delivery, and I'm not budging off of it. And the difference is for me is that I have a boatload of experience. I've done so many deliveries. I've done 5 or 6 years in the area I'm in now. I did 5 or 6 years in another area not that far away. But what are you willing to pay? Are you willing to pay $5? Are you willing to pay $10? If you're wanting a sub sandwich, if you're wanting a steak delivered, how much are you willing to pay? How much are you willing to pay? I mean, if it's a $50 steak, what are you willing to pay? Is it $5? Is it $10? Is it $15? Is it 20? I mean, what is it? What is it that you're willing to pay to have something delivered? I'm deadly serious curious. I would love to know, because the problem is that we're left in the dark as drivers. We don't know what you get charged unless we go onto some Reddit forum somewhere and have somebody tell us, that we're getting charged this for this. This is what our options for tips are. I mean, we don't know. We are left not knowing how, what it is to, what it is that you're getting charged. We don't know, but how much are you willing to pay to have something delivered? I think, and this is a problem because with gig economy delivery, you have such a wide ranging level of experience. I have a massive amount of experience, and I know I'm never going to get paid for the level of experience I have. I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years. You know, I'm never going to make that money. Then you have people that pop on the platform and they've been driving for 3 days and have no idea what they're talking about. And those are the people that show up on these Reddit forums asking 18,000 questions about how to do their job. Because no platform does a great job of, showing people how to do delivery properly. It's kind of a shame. The profession I've been part of for the last 30 years. I mean, it's a joke. It's a farce. I mean, I do a good job because that's in my nature. You know, I I care about how I do everything. So, how I do my job also reflects in how much I want to get paid to do that job. But I am genuinely curious as to what people think is a reasonable amount to pay a driver, and are you willing to pay it? What are you willing to pay? Are you willing to pay $5 or $10 or $15 or $20? I mean, does it vary based on the place you're getting it from? Is it based on the size of the order? Uh, I don't know what that is for you. And who doesn't get something delivered? I mean, it crosses every income platform, whether you're making $40,000 a year or making $400,000 a year or making $4 million a year. I mean, I delivered like a Starbucks order to a house that I found out later was worth $43 million. $43 million. So I know that having this kind of thing goes across all platforms, you know, all income scales. So I know that everybody gets delivery, but the question is, I mean, people want this luxury service, and it is a luxury service. It's luxury to have somebody go fetch your stuff and bring it to you. It's not, it's not the same thing. It's just I get a little worked up over this because the amount of offers that I turn down on a given basis every week is ridiculous. I mean, I do about 100 deliveries a week. Probably 70% of them are grocery orders right now. And I had a point I was going to make with that. Oh yeah. I'm doing 100 deliveries a week right now. And like I said, I'm doing 70% shopping orders right now. And the amount of orders I'm turning down is more than the amount that I've taken. I mean, I probably turned down at least 100, and if not, probably more like 120. But I'd love to know. I would love to know from people what is a reasonable amount the driver should get paid. And the problem is it's not just how much you're willing to pay me. I mean, you can say all day that you want to pay me, $25 an hour, but that means your fees have to go up. And then it's like, whoa, hey, you know, we don't want that, because I can't afford that. It's like, well, it is a luxury service because you're asking people and companies to put their vehicles, their gas, pay to charge, their vehicles, to maintain and repair those vehicles so you can get your burger, so you can get your steak, so you can get um, your heat pack. I mean, whatever it is that you're getting. I mean, that requires somebody to actually go out, start a car, go somewhere, pick up your stuff, sometimes shopping for your stuff. And then what? You just expect that all to be for free? We are not government subsidized. We are not government subsidized. I mean, maybe you think we are. I don't know, but I can tell you for certain we don't get money from the government. I know there are certain, you know, municipalities in California and other parts of the country that kick in money because they've passed local ordinances. But for the most part, probably 90% of the people that are doing this kind of work, they're not employees. But I certainly would love to know. I'd love to know what people would find reasonable and what people are willing to pay. If you were doing the job, what would you want to get paid to do the job? I mean, like I said, I have my own metrics. I have, I made myself a calculator. I know what's a good offer, what's a bad offer, and I shouldn't have to do that. That's the problem. I shouldn't have had to come up with something to set a benchmark for what I should get paid. You know, FedEx, UPS, even Amazon, DHL, I believe for the most part are employees, with the exception, I think, of FedEx ground people, I think, are independent contractors. But where's the line? Where's the line? What's the point where you say, okay, I'm going to have to go out and get this because I can't, pay $25 plus, another $15 to $20 to get a burger and fries. And don't think that it doesn't cost that much in certain areas. I mean, even to go to Five Guys, it would cost you, what, $11 for a burger and probably another $6 for fries. I mean, you're at $18 after taxes. And then if you want to get it delivered on top of that, oof, that puts you around $30 for your burger and fries, most likely. But you know what? I guess that's not up to me. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'll just continue to use my calculator and figure out what those bad offers are and not bother with with trying to figure out what's reasonable, because I guess in a sense it's up to you. You decide what's reasonable, and then we have to counter with what we feel is reasonable, and then somewhere I guess we come to a compromise. But I wish there was an actual statistic to show what is a reasonable amount, for getting a package delivered, for getting your medical stuff delivered, for getting labs transported, for getting luggage returned from the airport. I'd love to know.